Hello everyone. A lot of you, especially those who flunked the mains examination this year, reached out to us asking, should you give one more attempt or not? While it's a very subjective question, we have tried to bring some amount of objectivity in it via the methodology I'm going to discuss here. When you talk about should I give one more attempt or not, the answer, there are a series of questions which you should ask yourself to come up with the answer to this question. Obviously, let's say doing everything you did in the previous attempt and expecting a different kind of result is nothing but befooling yourself. So don't do that. Come up with the answers to these questions. If the answer to all these questions is yes, then you should give one more attempt. And in this video, we will also discuss, should it be a full-time attempt or a part-time attempt, or what are the other things which you can do along with your full-time attempt. So be with us till the end of this session. First of all, ask the question, are you able to find tangible gaps in your preparation? The gaps should be tangible. They should be specific. A specific gap is something like maybe your syllabus, your optional syllabus was not complete. Intangible gaps could be, let's say, your writing, which you believe cannot be improved. If it can be improved, then it is a tangible specific gap in your preparation, right? If you are not, your speed is another tangible gap in your preparation. Otherwise, let's say if you feel like you have done everything which you can do from your end, but still, let's say you are not able to improve or you are not getting selected, you don't know where the gap lies, then you should not give one more attempt. If the answer is yes, you have tangible gaps in your preparation, ask, can they be bridged? Are the controllables in your hand? Controllables in your hand. So as an example, is it something like, as we were discussing, maybe speed, which after practice you can improve? Is it something like the syllabus, which you can improve? Bridge. It is also important that the controllable should be in your hand, and it should also be something which is limited and which can be bridged. Let's say in a span of 1 year, you believe 6 months to 1 year, you believe that you can bridge this specific gap. If the answer is yes, the question is, are you motivated enough to bridge this gap? If you are feeling like, I'm saturated, I have already given everything and now I'm not getting selected, I don't want to again study Lakshmikant 1 trillion time, then you should not appear for one more attempt. If you are really motivated to bridge this gap, then you can certainly consider. Now, next question, is the risk worth it? So there is a risk associated with every attempt. The risk also increases disproportionately as the number of attempts increases. So ask yourself, is the risk really worth it? If the answer to this question is also yes, we will discuss it in detail in our next slide. But usually for less than 2 years, the risk can be worth it. We will discuss the details of it. If the answer is yes, then you can certainly give one more attempt. Now, should it be a part-time or it should be a full-time attempt? This we will discuss in our next slide. Should it be a full-time attempt? Here, if till now you have given less than 2 attempts, so 0 or 1, and you are confident of selection, then it is a low cost and high benefit affair. So you can certainly give one more attempt. If you have given less than 2 attempts and you are unsure of selection, here also, even if you are confident, at the end of the day, it's an examination, there is an uncertainty involved in it. But at least from your end, you should be confident because you know what are those tangible gaps in the preparation. Bridging those gaps can mean getting selected in this examination, and that you can bridge these gaps by doing ABC XYZ things. So here the confidence means this. It doesn't mean it's 100% you will get selected. You will never be so confident. It's an exam. Here, if you are unsure, less than 2 attempts and you are unsure of selection, the cost is low, but the benefit is also low. In that case, either give a full-time or a part-time attempt if you really want to, based on the answer to the questions from the last slide, but with an upskilling program. The upskilling can be a project. It can be some kind of certification. It can be something else, let's say part-time job, volunteering. It can be anything which you can do. Now, if you have already appeared in given 2 attempts and you are confident of selection, then it is high cost, no doubt, because it is 2 attempts already, but high benefit. In that case, you can give one more attempt on a part-time basis, but with a job or upskilling. Here in upskilling, obviously the value of a project is way higher than a certification, because there is something very credible. It adds a lot of credibility to your profile. And certification, anyone out there in the market who has money in their pocket can buy a certificate. So certificate is not something which differentiate a good from a great candidate. What differentiate a good from a great candidate is a project, is some kind of hands-on experience. Best thing is a job. But if you do not have a job, or you cannot take up a job because of, again, let's say for job you need some experience and you don't have an experience, etc., then maybe project you can certainly consider. Here at Rebounce, we have something called APPL, Applied Public Policy Lab, which is a hands-on project-based upskilling program where you do a mini consulting project in public policy, and you also are also taught all the comprehensive skills of public policy. So you can certainly consider that as well. But it's all right. You can consider whatever you want to, but this should be your approach. Now, if you have given 2 full-time attempts and you are unsure of selection, the cost is high and the benefit is low, don't give one more. If you have, let's say, given more than 2 attempts, you are confident of selection. The cost is very high, but the benefit can also be high. So here, part-time attempt. You cannot afford to give one more full-time attempt, but so give it with a job. If more than 2 attempts are unsure of selection, cost is very high, benefit is low, no. Okay, now if you need support from us on how to get a job or upskilling or resume and other things, so we have our market readiness program and applied public policy lab program. So we have helped a lot of candidates in the past. We will be glad to help you as well, but this should be your broad. Thank you.